Hello everyone, and welcome again to another LEGO Bionicle video. For today guys, here I'm going to be showcasing you my own personal mock made out of 2015 and 2016 pieces. But not only that guys, I want to also touch on this Heroes Polybag contest giveaway. Now, it's pretty simple guys with this Hero Polybag giveaway. All you need to do guys is just to send me a mock, of course several pictures if you want to, of your set. Now it has to contain mainly 2015 and 2016 pieces. It can have a slight variation in adding maybe one or two pieces of other, I guess, generations of Bionicle from G1 if you really want to. But majority guys has to be 2015 and 16 because this is a Hero Polybag which was released in 2015. So I guess I want to follow the theme and trend. But other than that, that's that. All you have to do is send it to my email, of course, at hamoomoo5@gmail.com, and from there, you guys will, I guess, go into the draw to win the set. Now, of course, at the end of the day, I will be announcing the winner. When I do, hopefully sometime in January or maybe in early February, just depending on how many entries we get. Of course, once the winner wins, I want to, of course, with everyone else's permission, is to showcase all of the entries of the mocks, of course, that you guys send to me. So whoever sends in mocks, I would really like to showcase it to the public, and I guess to give inspiration to people, to show people that you know, we have creative people who can build on awesome mocks, who can think outside the box, and you know, just to show off your own mocks. Because hey, why not guys? You guys put a lot of effort and time to building these sets, and using your imagination, your creativity, and your I said imagination there twice now, but you guys get the whole idea. That's the whole point of, you know, showing it and giving inspiration out to people who love to build mocks as well. So of course, with your permission. But other than that guys, that's all I wanted to mention about that. Now let's look at my own personal mock, as you can see here. So guys, anyway, starting on my actual mock set, so you can see here, its name is called Omega Nuva. Now, I don't know why I called it Omega Nuva, but I just did, because kind of looks like a Nuva to me, a Toa, well, yeah, kind of looks like a Toa Nuva to me, but a larger version, but Omega because he is huge. And that's just a great thing about it. But anyway, as you can see there is the Mask of Ultimate Power. You can see there is also Umarak the Destroyer's chest piece right there, and of course you can see just under there, and just a normal piece. It's of course not, I don't think it is part of the Bionicle series torso piece. I think it is part of the Hero Factory, but I'm not exactly sure. But anyway, that's that piece there. I really like it though, so I had to add it on, kind of like a nice slim abdominal piece like so. And then of course, as you can see here, just a bunch of 2016 pieces, of course, mainly from Tahu, as you can see there. And I can't remember where these feet come from. Trying to think. I think this is from Anua. I think it's from Anua. Yeah, it is from Anua, the 2016 set. But yeah, that's very nice as well. Now, in terms of its, I guess its mobility, it is really bad, guys. There isn't really much articulation you can really get. So you can get your standard articulation like so. In the Well, no, you can't really get any here, to be honest. That's the unfortunate thing. But you can get pretty, I guess, a reasonable amount of articulation. And it still works out well. I'll be honest with you, it still works out pretty well. And, of course, as you all know, it has actually got a gear function, and I'm pretty happy about that. So it has the standard, oh, the headpiece just came off, but anyway, it's got standard articulation in the hips, as you can see there. So if I enhance that for us all, you can see there is the standard articulation in the actual hips, and I'm really happy about that. Of course, I wanted to bring in some proper 2016 gear functions, and of course, the it's pretty bad because obviously his arm is quite heavy there, but you can see there is just a slight gear function like so. It's pretty bad though, guys, because I'll show you his arms later on. But anyway, that's that. And then of course you can see more armor pieces like so just there on his arm. You can also see in the back, guys, I've added a shadow trap to the back of his actual leg there, or I should say his yeah, the bottom of his leg. I don't know, I added it in there just because it looked cool, and of course I added like a little red beam there. Same thing on the other side applies, and it looks pretty cool to me though. I just added it in for fun. Now of course, as we move upwards, you can see there are these kind kind of like feet, and I kind of added in there just because, I don't know, it just looked pretty, just an interesting thing to add on, so I did. And of course you can see there, these are the Borok pieces, of course, from Umrek the Hunter, and they are in the maroon color, I assume. Yeah, they are in the maroon color, and yep, that's added in there just like so. And pretty standard leg, I guess, you know, leg pieces. I don't think there's much I can say, but in terms of articulation, it's pretty average, guys, because there are so many pieces everywhere, it can kind of be hindered. Now, of course, you can see there with the actual gear, I had to kind of stick it out a bit more because these pieces were in the way, so I had to stick in a longer axle piece just to, yeah, get that mobility or that movement, to be honest. So yeah, but still, you gotta have to say though, guys, the movement's pretty good. I really like it. Now, of course, as well as that, you can see here this tail. Now, what is this tail thing? Now, I kind of had to somehow recreate a kind of like a Makuta, or I should say the Shadow Titan Makuta look, and it kind of sticks out on the back a bit. And hey, why not, guys? Of course, it's just my mock. I added it randomly, and yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like. Pretty odd, of course, for it to kind of stick out that way a bit when it should kind of be sticking downwards, if you can see my finger. But still, hey, it looks pretty cool to me, guys, personally. I don't really mind. And yeah, that's pretty much that. Of course, the unfortunate thing with the back of this actual set is that it actually has no armor shells or armor pieces in the, you know, obviously in the back region, and that's just kind of the letdown about the set. But I couldn't really find any areas where I actually could put armor pieces, so I had to kind of leave it like so, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm pretty disappointed about that, but hey. Anyway, I guess majority of the perks are on the actual arms and the top area. I should, well, yeah, obviously they are to me personally, but I'll let you guys know, of course, later on further into the video. So in terms of the arm articulation, guys, or the arm gear function, it's practically from the 2015 gear function. Pretty standard, I should say. And yeah, you know, you can just move it like so, just like that, and it has the gear functions. But like I said, because the arm's so heavy, you can't really get much. You can get a lot more in the actual right arm. You can see how it just moves like that. Maybe if I show you from the other side, it's a lot better. But there you can see the arm functions just a lot more better there. So yeah, that's just a great thing about it. You know, why not? 2016 gear function, 2015 gear function. Hey, why not, guys? But that's that. And then moving on up towards his head region, guys, you can see that he has these pieces right here. Now, what's interesting about them is that they can actually move. And they're just, majority of them are actually just ball joint pieces. If you can see them just there, they're attached onto ball joint pieces. And yeah, I don't know, I had to obviously try cover them using these armor pieces from Tahu, and I guess it looks nice. I have to say, it really looks nice. Of course, like I said, I had to cover them somehow, so that's what I did there. But you can move them a bit, get a bit of articulation, and you can also pull it back a bit if you really wanted to, but it's quite hard because it is quite flimsy and a bit fragile in that sense, but hey, doesn't really matter. Of course, with the actual headpiece, you can actually just adjust it and move around like so. So you can get some good articulation. It just requires you to actually just move it around. You can move it individually, or you can move the head individually if you really wanted to. And then of course you can just move the neck piece like so. Because it's attached to a gladiatorial neck piece there. Hopefully you guys can just see it. It's right there in the back. But maybe if I show you from the back, it'll be about easier. But there, you can kind of see it, I think. Hopefully you can. You can just see it, but it's right there, guys, and there's a gladiatorial neck piece, and that kind of gives it a lot more mobility in the neck and the head region, so you can obviously get some crazy articulation there and some great poses, to be honest. Okay, now guys, looking at his actual weapons, as you can see there, here is one of his weapons, and this is known as the Omega Nuva sword, or just the Omega sword. Why is it called the Omega sword? Well, because, guys, it is in the golden color, and of course, with that golden power that he has, kind of similar to the golden masks of power, this sword has immense amount of power and it can slash through anything. And I guess that's the whole idea and theory about this actual sword. And of course, a lot of the power is stored actually through this blue light here, kind of like a capsule, if you want to think of like that. And then once he wants to release it, it obviously goes into the sword and straight out through there. So it can be used as a normal sword, but it can also shoot out beams of enormous amount of light and power. But you know, I guess using your own imagination you can do that. But yeah, I kind of guess that's just what one of his his perks are, of course. Now, of course, as you can see here with his arms, you can see pretty standard red armor shell there, and of course the 2 horns that kind of stick out, similar to Umrek the hunter, and kind of wanted to follow on from that, to be honest. But yeah, that's that, and yeah, more armor shells there. Now let's look at his other side. So if I turn him around, this is the best bit, guys. This has to be the best bit, and he fell over. Now guys, as you can see here is this huge Technic panel, and this whole weapon, guys, is known as the Obliterator of Destruction. Now, why is it called the Obliterator of Destruction? Well, because guys, as you can see here are, of course, his shield. Now, this shield is so powerful and strong, guys, that it can deflect almost any beam, any sword, any weapon, because of its immense amount of strength. And of course, like I said, it's just my imagination. Anyway, you can see it right there, guys. Huge panels there, and of course all he would do is, if he really wanted to protect himself, is to lift his arm up and use his shield to obviously protect himself, like so. But that's just one great thing about the weapon. Not only that, guys, you can lift up the shield like so, and you get these awesome twin blades. Now, of course, similar theme to oh, he's gonna fall over. Similar theme to Makuta. As we all know, he has the twin blades, or I should say the Shadow Time Makuta, the twin blades there like so, and these things can just stab through anything. And that's why it's called the Obliterator, guys, because the shield is just powerful, and then if the shield is not needed anymore, you just get these massive looking twin blades which just obliterates and just kills, I don't know, his possible foes. It just comes in, strikes them, and whoosh, kind of like that, real fast and deadly. Now, of course, as we all know, since he has a slim body, he is quite fast, but then again, he is quite big as well, and that's the whole idea. Now, there's just a big problem with his actual leg build, I have to say, because his knees actually fall over. I think because he has quite a lot of, see, kind of like that, he has a lot of body pieces in the upper part of his body, and of course his arms are just really heavy, so he has to carry a lot. And yeah, I guess that's kind of one of the ideas. Now, worst comes to worst, he loses both of his weapons. You can see here I've added a sword. Now, of course, this sword is his tertiary weapon, so exactly the same to Umrek the Hunter's structure there, of course, with the sword. And of course, you never know, you'll definitely need a sword, or you'll definitely need a tertiary weapon, worst comes to worst, if you have nothing else to use. So guys, with these actual light beams here, or I should say these fire looking beams, is the fact that these are actually light beams. Now, what do they actually do? So whenever there is an enemy nearby, it actually detects how close they are. So as the actual light beam gets stronger and stronger in terms of its light, it shows how close an enemy is, and of course that makes, of course, our beast here aware of what is actually happening around him, so he can prepare, of course, to obliterate him or whoever the person is in their vicinity. So that's quite an important perk to have, of course, to know how close your enemy is, and that's important for Omega Nuva to definitely have as a part of his weapon, of course. And that's the reason why this thing's called the Obliterator, or whatever, you know. It's just, come on guys, you have to admit, huge panels there for protecting him. You have the twin blades there just to slice up your enemies, and of course to detect how close your enemy is. That's quite important. But not only that, guys, you have the sword there as well, the Omega Nuva sword, powerful yet so innocent because it looks so small, of course, but as mentioned, the power stored in there, guys, in that capsule, in that blue capsule. Once released, guys, you can say your days are gone, but that's pretty much it, guys. So there you guys have it. There is just, I guess, a bit of background about my own mock, but like I said, it's a bit of a shambles, guys. I made this within 45 minutes. The leg structure, well, I should say the leg build is just pretty bad, to be honest, but then again, you know, I'm not really good with mocks. I'm still learning, I'm still developing, and trying to get better at it, but of course that takes time. But yeah, I really hope you all have enjoyed my mock, and there's nothing really much more I can say. All I can say is, guys, good luck for the actual Heropoly bag contest, I should say. Do send in your obviously your mocks through my email as mentioned, but let me know, guys, in the comments below, what do you think about my own mock. Of course, you can see he's wearing the Mask of Ultimate Power because I don't know, it's the Mask of Ultimate Power, so why not wear it, you know? That's a 2016 piece right there, so yeah, that's that. And I think that's pretty much that, to be honest, guys. I don't think there's much more I can really say about this actual set, but I've already shown you the gear function, I've already shown you the weapons, I've shown you the overall body look of it, and it's pretty terrible, but then again, hey, it's a Moc. Anyway, with that said, guys, thank you again so much for watching. Please do subscribe to my channel, guys. Give this a big thumbs up if you have really enjoyed this, and of course, as mentioned, good luck for the contest, guys. Give it a go, send me an email, and then you're practically in. That's pretty much it, guys. Other than that, have a great day, everyone. Thank you again so much for watching and supporting the channel. I will be talking to you all very, very soon. Bye-bye.